In the 2021 postseason, the Suns faced injured teams throughout all their rounds, which consisted of the injured Lakers with injured AD and not a fully healthy LeBron James, the injured Nuggets with no Jamal Murray, the injured Clippers with no Kawhi Leonard, and now the winner of Hawks vs. Bucks, which will feature an injured main player in Trae Young or Giannis Antetokounmpo. Did they get lucky though? Let's check out the statistics. Now to start. In the first round of the playoffs, the Suns played the Lakers. Now the whole Lakers played against the Suns, but they were not playing at their best. LeBron's numbers were way lower in this year's playoffs as opposed to last year, and AD was far from being healthy even though he had 2 solid games against the Suns. In the fourth game, AD got injured and it's what caused them the win. Not to discredit the Suns, but I feel like the last year Lakers probably would have beat the Suns in probably Game 6 or Game 7. The Lakers role players also played better last year than this year. Furthermore, in the second round of the playoffs, the Suns faced the Nuggets. Now, I was surprised how dominant the Suns looked against them. Honestly, I don't think Jamal Murray could help the Nuggets conquer the Suns, even with his 50-point games. The Suns were just too dominant, and even with some of the Nuggets role players stepping up, they still could not beat the Suns. Suns just have way better team chemistry than the Nuggets, and the Nuggets probably would have no chance at beating the Suns. In the Western Conference Finals, the Suns faced the LA Clippers without Kawhi Leonard. Previously, the Clippers beat the Jazz in the Western Conference Semifinals. It kind of shocked me how much better the Clippers played without Kawhi, taking the next 2 games and beating the Jazz. But against the Suns, the Clippers really needed Kawhi. Just for reference, during the regular season, the Clippers went 2-for-2 when Kawhi was playing and 0-for-1 when Kawhi was injured. It just shows how important Kawhi was. Kawhi would have mainly helped the Clippers with defense, making crucial stops. Kawhi also has insane percentages and offensive stats, which also could have severely wounded the Suns. The Clippers and the Suns would probably have a way closer and tight series if Kawhi would have played. I'd actually slightly favor the Clippers to pull off a close win in Game 7 against the Suns. I feel like moments where both teams scored 80 points, the Clippers would have won that exchange with Kawhi because Leonard is an elite defender. Now, Chris Paul was out for the first 2 games, I understand that, but the Suns still did well without him when Booker and other Suns players stepped up. The Suns just play in general more like a team, which makes them so good. I just slightly favor the Clippers to win the series though if Kawhi would have played. Now, finally the winner of Bucks vs. Hawks. Honestly, the Hawks somewhat remind me of the Suns, as both teams do play more as a team. Even though Trae Young took credit for most of the Hawks' success, I believe the Hawks in general play really well, hence why they can still win many games even without Trae. Now I do slightly favor the Bucks to win against the Hawks, and if this outcome happens, then Giannis Antetokounmpo will probably come back to play against the Suns in the finals, and he will most likely not be at his best when playing with the Bucks. This will hurt the Bucks probably, but the Bucks role players are also very good at stepping up, as evident in their last game against the Hawks. Even in the regular season, Bucks players played pretty well without Giannis. Regardless of who wins between the Bucks and the Hawks, I still believe the finals between the winner of the Eastern Conference Finals and the Suns would be very interesting to watch. In general though, I think the Suns got somewhat lucky this postseason. I feel like some matchups, for example a healthy Lakers and healthy Clippers, would have been more interesting to watch, and could have really challenged the Suns. What do you think? Do you agree or disagree with my ideas on whether the Suns got lucky this postseason? Please leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Until next time, bye.